Just before I go into the video, I just wanted to have a little disclaimer. I'm not accusing anyone of anything. I'm not making any accusations. I don't have any proof of anything. I don't personally know Gary from Nerdrotic or Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers or any of the Midnight's Edge people. I've had some interactions with them. I've seen the videos. I've seen a lot of things happen here and there. I've heard other people's opinions or views or versions of events that have happened, and I'm expressing my opinion of what I believe, what I choose to believe, or what I feel is true, what I believe basically about some events and things that have happened. And I just want to put this disclaimer out there first, just to make it really clear. I have no proof of anything. I don't know any of this happened. I'm just talking about what has been said, and that's my right to do. I have a right to express my opinion and talk about this, unless I'm making any accusations or suggesting I have any proof, which I'm not, and I don't. So, into the video. Hello, Steve Arts 89. Well, this is interesting. Now, there seems to be some continuing issues and abuse of women in the Geeks and Gamers and Nerdrotic Fandom Menace sort of realm. Now, last night I was watching Mecha Random on, she was live streaming, and she was debating whether or not to open her new Castle Grayskull from Origins, and I was like, God, open it, because like I opened mine weeks ago and it's still on my floor. I can't put it away. I love it. And they were talking basically about how Rob was cancelled and he doesn't have a channel or a show or anything, and he's not being paid for the work that he's done, allegedly for them, that they're still getting money for advertising, all this sort of stuff. And it was a bit political, and I'm like, oh, I didn't realise it was, I mean, I knew it was nasty with all this lot. I did a couple of videos on them a couple of months ago, but then I just sort of forgot about it and went on with my own trauma with stuck in lockdown and that here in Victoria. And they were talking about that, and I noticed when I looked at my my YouTube channel that all of a sudden my video on that whole issue of Nerdrotic and all that, and Mecha calling them out for abuse and where they were treating the women in some of the smaller channels, allegedly I wasn't there, and I noticed that it was on the top of my my list. They show you how, like, the top 3 videos that you've got for views. And it was at the top. I'm like, why is that suddenly? I did that in May. Why has that suddenly got a bunch of... I thought maybe it was because Mecha and Rob were talking about it on the show and someone was watching and they shared it or something, because that had just happened about 5, 10, 15 minutes before that. And I thought, well, that's strange. And they did mention something about happening in Las Vegas. I thought they were talking about a couple of years ago in Las Vegas when there was an issue with, I think, Tom threatening Mecha, allegedly, and being otherwise passive-aggressive or abusive, and that during the trip and on the ride home and all this sort of stuff, which they did apparently have on video. I saw some video of him kicking the back of his seat and stuff like that, and these are all things that have been documented and commented on in other videos. So I thought they were talking about that, but apparently something happened at the last Las Vegas, which just happened over the weekend. And then I saw a video from Jessie Milestone. Now, Jessie Milestone and Mary Mayhem both did a video a few months ago talking about how they were treated by members of the Fandom Menace, and allegedly. And there was sort of the understanding that there were some channels that were sort of ruling the Fandom Menace and taking charge and control and dictating what people would say, what talking points they had, and what subjects they talk about, and how. And basically, if you wanted to be a part of the Fandom Menace and you wanted to be supported by these people and have your channel promoted and so forth, like I did once upon a time when I had some aspiration of being a successful YouTuber, and I was denied that by them for being gay, allegedly. God, that's a whole other video. But there was all this drama that happened, and they had come out and done a video talking about, basically, in order to be a part of the Fandom Menace, you had to do all this stuff, and they promote you. And some of the smaller channels were being really bullied and very much told, like a dictatorship, you must do this, you must do that. And it was particularly the female YouTubers. They were used and exploited and threatened and verbally abused on multiple occasions. And they talked about this. There was Mecha, Jessie, and Mary. They all talked about this stuff. And I did a video about it, and other people were talking about it. And it was kind of just disturbing, because these guys get accused of being misogynistic and racist and sexist and homophobic and all these things. And you do see things occasionally which make you think that this is true. Again, I'm not one of them. I'm not there, allegedly, blah, blah, blah. But this was some women literally saying we were verbally abused and threatened and bullied by these men and by these channels. So it was quite shocking, and I thought more would come of it. I was hoping these guys would get cancelled, but they weren't, because all their bros stood up for them and trashed the girls. The girls just got nothing but harassment, and they got cancelled to some level. Mecca got removed. She had already been removed to some extent from Midnight's Edge and that, because she had transgressed, and women are not supposed to transgress. They're supposed to be submissive and respect the patriarchy and the power structure that these little Hitlers have sort of established, in my humble opinion. But no. So Jessie did a video, and I can't believe it's taken 4 minutes to get to it, sorry. But I sort of had to explain the backstory. But she did a video, and what happened was there was a fan meetup, which was at the Millennium Fandom Bar, which was sponsored by Geeks and Gamers and Nerdrotic. And it was a meetup where basically the YouTubers could all meet and the fans would come and meet the fans. And I heard about something like this before that Mecha Random had gone to, and I thought, I really hope when I eventually get to one of these big conventions, because I've never gone to America to do a big Star Trek convention. We had a bunch here in Australia for a while, but that sort of petered off a couple of years ago, kind of when Star Trek stopped airing, and then Discovery came out and they tried to do a Discovery convention, and it failed miserably because no one cares. It's a bit sad, but we have expos now that do general science fiction and that. So, but I always want to go to one of these, and thought it would be great to meet some of these people that I sort of talk to and see and watch their videos and that. Well, Jessie and Jeff Hicks went to this event on Thursday because they have crossover fans, and the assumption was that this was for fans in general of the sort of Geeks and Gamers Fandom Menace sort of group, and that she was a part of that. So she showed up. She said there was no problem, that Jeremy came and gave her a big old hug, and they had a fun time. They had a great time. They met fans. They hung out. There was no issue. And that sort of vibe continued on into Saturday. But then on Sunday there was another event. I think it was at the same venue. I'm not sure. But this time when she went, she said she walked in and she saw a beautiful woman with beautiful blue sparkly eyeshadow and everything, and that was Gary's wife. And she, a minute or so later, came over and told Jessie, quite rudely, that she allegedly, quite rudely, that she was just rude and inappropriate to have gone to the first fan meeting. They weren't welcome, and that she had to get the F out. Like, now, get out. Very brave of Gary to send his wife over to do his dirty work, but I guess that's better than being seen as an abuser by verbally abusing and threatening a female. But allegedly he did that a couple of minutes later when she didn't leave. So she's like, well, I'm here for my fans. We have crossover fans. There are people here coming to me, asking me to sign stuff. They recognise me, of course. They want my autograph and they want to talk to me as well. So she tried to stay. And Gary came over, apparently got in her space, was physically threatening, allegedly, and swore at her and told her basically she wasn't welcome there and to get the F out. She tried to justify being there, like, well, this is for fans. We have fans as well. We share fans. He said if she didn't leave, they'd get security. So he threatened her with security and the owner, and that they'd be removed if they didn't leave. So she had to leave, and she was very upset when she was retelling the story. She was trying not to cry, and you could tell she was rattled. And when things like this happen to you, when you get threatened by someone, particularly someone bigger than you, and if you're a woman, usually a man, but if you're a man, you get threatened by someone bigger, and you're scared of them, it is very upsetting and traumatizing. And it was not acting. I do not believe it was acting. I believe that this has happened. I don't know. I wasn't there. This is all alleged. But yeah, she went outside, and they just hung out outside, and their fans came out and they were signing stuff and hung around for a while. But she didn't understand why this happened. She wasn't given any explanation. She wasn't told this would be a problem. She wasn't told before Thursday there'd be a problem and not to show up. She wasn't told on Thursday there was a problem. Everything went fine. Everything went fine Saturday. It wasn't until Gary blew up at her that she found out there was a problem. And she said she contacted him and asked for his point of view before she did the video. He ignored her, apparently, allegedly. Again, I'm just repeating what she said. And I choose to believe it. I do. it does speak to my experiences with these sort of people as well. I had some mild side sort of support by some Fandom Menace people when I first started up, which helped my channel a bit. But as soon as I started to criticize some of them, automatically that was gone. And suddenly, like, I never had a lot of subscribers, I never had a lot of viewers, but I got kicked out of certain circles, and then, like, you know, like, such a drop with my videos and stuff, and my subscribers, I'm just crawling along. I'm getting nowhere because they don't like me, basically. So they control this whole little cottage industry of YouTubers who really just capitalize on hate, and just they have all the same talking points and the same focus and the same issues, and they're all very alt-right, in my opinion, my humble opinion, and I have a right to my opinion, and it's forged through my experiences. But yeah, so she was very upset, and she was just explaining what happened. She just wanted to tell me what happened because there were rumors, and that's what Mecca was talking about, which I didn't realize what she was talking about at the time. And it's fairly upsetting. I really believed that she was that upset. I believed Mary and that when they were talking about their experiences, they were very upset as well. They were crying as well on the live stream, and that it is very upsetting. I mean, I recently just had an experience with the He-Man fans. I got threatened and had to leave some groups and that. People were attacking me and threatening me, and this was just because I criticised a new show, and these people were so belligerent and bullying that I haven't really done any more videos. I didn't finish. I was going to do a review of each episode, all 5 episodes. I didn't get past the second. I only posted the first because I can't promote them, and no one's going to watch them because these people are shouting me down and bullying me and threatening me as well. So it's very upsetting. It just shut me down for a good week where I didn't even want to do any videos or anything, and of course your channel drops, you lose your momentum. I was getting at least a couple of hundred views for most of my videos. Now I'm getting like 10 or 20 or 30 because once you slip in the algorithm, they don't support you. So unless you've got something people are looking for or something you can promote somewhere, it goes nowhere. So, but this bullying, this gatekeeping, this, you know, you're one of us, this tribalism that's happening in the Fandom Menace and the YouTuber geek sphere, it's very depressing, it's very sad. If you're one of them, you will be supported, you'll do well. If you're not one of them, you will be shut down, you will be criticised, you'll be attacked, and you won't get anywhere. I'm not getting anywhere because of that. These girls are probably going to have more problems. Mecca is having problems, has for a while, since she sort of got cancelled as well. And it's just an example of what I believe is misogyny and sexism, homophobia, not necessarily racism. I don't know why. I mean, they've got, in my opinion, their diversity shields, like Mexican Iron Man and people like that they've befriended, that is there to say, no, look, see, we can't be racist. We've got Mexican and black friends, you know, and Indian friends and that. So they managed to pull it off on race, but they're failing with the ladies and with the gays. But yeah, I mean, I just really want to do this video because I felt really bad for Jessie, and I believe what has happened, and I don't know, I'm not alleging anything because I wasn't there, but I'm just sharing what I saw and what I feel, and I just really wish these people would look into their hearts and look at what they're doing and realize this is a community and everyone should be welcome, everyone should be able to talk, and everyone should have an opinion, and to let the tribalism go. But they're not going to do that because it gives them strength, it gives them power, and they think might is right. It's all this it's just the way America is and the mentality of it all, and it's into the fandoms, it's into the groups, it's into the nerd sphere and the geek, you know, singularity or whatever Boston calls it. But yeah, I just saw that. I just want to talk about it. I found it upsetting. I got emotional myself because I know what it's like to be threatened and bullied and attacked and to be kicked out of groups and cancelled, basically. And it's a really ugly thing. It's not necessary. It just shows weakness on the part of the other people. They think they're being strong. They're just being bullies and they're being weak. And it's just sad because it's always what they're doing to other people. And just because other people are too scared to say anything doesn't mean they actually believe or support you. They're just waiting to find their way out without going down the same way the person that they've just seen be taken down goes. So these people are fooling themselves if they think that they're strong and that you know. I just hope their downfall is sooner than later. But I just want people to be free to talk and share their opinions and have discussions and not be bullied and threatened and have to abide to dictatorships, basically. It's just, This is horrible. So I just want to do a video to support the girls and just give my own opinion. And like I said, I don't know if any of this actually happened. I'm not saying any of it did. I don't have any proof. I'm just listening to one person's story. And yeah, I'm choosing to believe it based on everything else I've seen and heard from these other people over the years, including a couple of little interactions I've had myself. But yeah, I'm going to go. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Yeah, let's try and support these other people and let everyone have a voice. You know, these people who go on and on about alt-right people being cancelled are so willing to cancel anyone who, you know, goes against them or anyone who's on the left. It's just hypocrisy, and I just have to stop talking because I could keep going on about this all day because I really, really, really don't like this, and I'm really going to go. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Thanks. Bye.